Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dan Hussey with ElliottWaveForecast.com bringing you our London session trading room recap. I want to begin by highlighting the dollar yen. We talked about today there was a 15-minute measured move long from the 97.80s that traded overnight. It was a beautiful level to buy, perfect equal legs down in a three-wave correction into the 97.80 area with short-term upside targets of the 99.10s. Today we were trying to be buyers upon breaking the swing. Upon breaking the swing off of prior highs, we were looking to be a buyer at a pullback and a 50% long. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that pullback is going to happen. Taking this down to a 5-minute chart, we're able to reverse engineer extension longs that are currently holding. These extensions are from right after the PMI number that came out in the US. 98.50, 52 anchor to highs here. Extensions are holding and could take us up and into targets. It is certainly a possibility to get a full halfway back long now that we've punctured through these prior highs, but that is very unlikely at this point, considering we're just well on our way to this 99.10 target, and we'll see. I would like to see the dollar yen close at its highs and ultimately continue higher from here. All right. The S&P 500, we are in fact continuing to hold the full short off the high with a 1745 target. Very high probability here of heading down there. We filled our gap after a retest of these 1761s we talked about the potential of this morning. Going down to micros, just considering today's price action, we failed the full long. Upon failing the long, the market gave a Globex, excuse me, a Globex ambush short, traded to target. Next in the series, traded a front run of 2 ticks here, with downside targets of the 1476 halves. So definitely looking like we have the series of shorts beginning that could take us down in the direction of this 15-minute short and down to these 1745 targets in the near term. It's not surprising to see the dollar yen up here with the S&P down. I say that because one look at the 10-year, you can see that the move right today has been almost entirely bond related. In other words, the U.S. bond markets are rallying, ultimately, there's the potential for the markets to actually be starting to price in U.S. rates rising. It's a little far-fetched at this point, I know, but the markets are going to be doing this a lot longer before rates actually occur. And seeing stocks come down, dollar yen up, and 10-year up, that's exactly what's happening. The British pound continues its series of shorts. It is in a micro series of shorts with resistance now in short-term 95.30s. Excuse me. Stepping back a little bit further, we are coming in on our support level. I would watch for another low down into the 159 to 158 area to complete a flat off of our prior highs and down in 3 legs. Definitely not a completed series yet. I'm seeing resistance, better resistance at a 159.60 in the short term, but certainly we're coming in on our support area for the pound in the near term. Euro US dollar, really just absolutely kind of running away to the downside. Resistance we have at a 153 153 or 135, excuse me, 135.25, and then all the way back up at a 136.60. It is looking like the euro is ready to do a full halfway back long into the 133, 132.80 area. So I'm sitting back, holding tight to see what kind of dollar strength comes in with this dollar yen and seeing what happens with the euro. I see a very off chance that there's a support level here at the 147 or 134.70. Excuse me, I can't talk today. 134.70 area. Very off chance it would be a next in the series long, but I would need to see a break in shorts, which would be a micro break above a 135.40 before buying a micro pullback. So I'm on my hands for the euro. It's going to be interesting to see what happens next week. The Aussie US dollar, we taking a look at a 30-minute chart here. We were this morning we were highlighting both an extension short that had downside targets in the 94.30s as well as this Globex short. Both those trades have now hit downside targets, so we can take the new Globex short, 94.90, today's high to today's low. Resistance, short-term resistance comes in at a 94.56. Same anchor new low on that extension. Resistance for the extension comes in right about the 95 figure. So downside continuation would be 94.06 and then 93.85s. Stepping out to our daily chart, again, kind of looking for a full pullback down to the 93 figure, and we can't ignore the fact that we could get a full halfway back short off of our prior highs in the direction of our bigger long. You can see how those long targets would all be down here, right about the big long entry. So definitely keeping an eye out for the opportunity to potentially fade any rally the Aussie dollar gives you in the near term, with resistance levels at the 94.50s, 95 and 96 figures. All three of those levels potential for shorts down into what would be a 93 full halfway back long. Again, going to be really interesting to see what happens in the coming week. Gold continues to hold its series of shorts, now in an extension short, drawn from the 13.18 anchor to lows here. You can see it's starting to get resistance here at the 13.12s. It has traded into a full halfway back long, and it is getting a reaction from this level. So it might very well be a larger time frame battle between the 13.42 full short and this 13.06 long. This wouldn't be the first long and short we've seen both hold on gold, and we could see a little bit of a battle and them fight and get a bounce between this $40 range. Going out to a 4-hour chart, very similar levels held before. I just kind of drew those up real quickly. They're right here. You can see this white line and this white line. Both sides held, and they kind of fought until one side eventually reigned supreme. So we'll see if that happens again, but definitely getting short-term support here at the 13.05s, and resistance. We'll see what happens if it continues to hold at 13.12s in the near term and into the end of the day. That is actually all I kind of have to go over for today. It was a pretty slow trading day. Again, we weren't going to force a position. We canceled the dollar-yen orders. I'm going home flat in regards to the room, and no pending orders, so go ahead and cancel those dollar-yen. I'm not going to put any resting limit orders out there. Be back for the open next week. There could be some opportunities right at the open, either gap fill trades, etc. But other than that, everybody, we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll be back with you as price action develops.